Being a chieftain comes with some really great times. Many cool Friday night lights, and concerts galore, but you all remember them. So it is with an obligation that I must tell you, to thine own self be true. William Shakespeare. I hope at least one of you know me well enough to be shocked that I quoted one of my least favorite writers. Sorry, Mrs. Lloyd. I mean, the man calls people eggs. However, what I think he said was true. I don't really know how to explain what I mean without saying how I feel, and what I feel is that I think everyone should fight. Not physically, I'm totally a pacifist. Please don't hit anyone, football friends. What I mean is that the only way you and all of you are going to be successful is if you find yourself, find your passions, and fight to pursue greatness. Step 1, find yourself. This is often spoken about, the awkwardness of adolescence and puberty. I know this first step is hard because I haven't completely found myself yet, but I've seen what it's like to have an identity crisis. Apart from my father's identity crisis that sends him into zoomies every time we go to the mall, I remember a time when my little sister also went through an identity crisis. In 2014, my sister Alex found out that she was Latina. Let me set the scene. It was the summer and the days at home were long and hot, and by late July we were sick of each other. One day as we were sitting in our living room, Alex asked what being Mexican was like. So I simply repeated the question to her. I don't know, what's it like being Mexican for you? Then she laughed and called me silly and said that I was the sibling that got all the Mexican. To which I said, no, Alex, we're both half. Her countenance grew stern and she said, you're a bad liar. As absurd as this story may sound, this is a moment that I hope each of you get to experience, because it's the first step in finding yourself. She may not have been happy then, but that Hispanic blood comes in handy when cooking or getting a tan. Being honest with yourself, as scary as it may seem, is the key to understanding who you are. When you realize what makes you different and unique, you may finally start your journey to success. You all have had the opportunity at Sapulpa to express yourself, the opportunity to write about yourself in class, perform in a concert or show, drill with ROTC, compete on the field or track, serve one of our clubs or organizations, or simply have the best 5-minute lunch break of your life. So, as cheesy it may seem, take a look at the ends of your rows. And thank your teachers, your sponsors, and staff for helping you achieve, well, you. The thing that we all have in common is that we are all different. Embrace it. We're all just people, so the little things, like being half Mexican, don't really matter. Now, isn't that comforting? Step 2, find your passion. After finding yourself, you've got to find what you want to fight for. A passion, little or big, is best described as the thing you can't help but tell others about, the thing you long to do. As many of you know, I do musicals, but what many of you do not know is that after high school, I was going to stop doing them entirely. While this may seem frivolous and unimportant to some, I can't help but love to perform. Being without theater was my choice though, so I thought. My change of heart happened 3 months ago. I already knew I was to attend the University of Tulsa in the fall, and while on a campus visit, I looked up and saw my face. Like, really saw it. I noticed the exhausted look and thought, is this what I really want? It was then I finally allowed myself to even have the urge to visit the theater department. I remember walking into the building and feeling alive and at home. This was the moment that I found out that you can't ignore your passions. And for all of you who do not know how to find your passions, start to think. Think about what you can't help but absolutely positively love to do or be around. Don't make my mistake and say that it's dumb or wasteful, because it's not. You don't have to let go of what you love today because you think it will be childish or the wrong thing to do tomorrow. If you are lucky enough to be pursuing your passions through your given career, then don't lose that spark and expression. Try your hardest to embrace and enjoy the fulfillment that your passion allows you to experience. Know that your passions may not be your career. Know that the thing that gets you out of bed in the morning may be your family or collections, your hobbies or your religious beliefs. Family is everything. Don't take that for granted. This may sound cliche, yet the phrase is popular for a reason. So find and embrace your family the best you can. The opportunities are endless. Hold on to that thing, your thing, and to those who haven't found a passion yet, it's okay. Once a teacher told me, help someone advance someone else's passion until you can find your own. Try things until you find something that makes you feel alive. Serve dear old Sapulpa so that in your helping in the community, you may be able to discover what you love. Karma's funny like that. Only then can you fight in true chieftain fashion. Step 3, fight. After you find your passion, you have to fight to be the best you can be at it. Angela Duckworth, yes, that is a real person, a professor of psychology at the University of Pennsylvania, conducted a study to find out what one quality made a person more successful than the typical human. She found out that the most successful people were not the ones with the highest IQ, the highest in their rank, the best home life, the best activities, or even the best talents. They were the ones with grit. Grit is an often overlooked but always sought out trait. Such people display perseverance and hard work and courage. Isn't that what it means to be a chieftain? And you want to know the best part about grit? It's that we can all have it. It just takes the active choice of demanding our spot and earning our right to be heard. It is through grit that we can make our voices be heard, our successes be acknowledged, and our passions be accepted. Again, this is what it means to be a chieftain, fighting for your beliefs and passions. This school, as difficult as it was at times, gave you the necessary tools to express yourself. I know this because every person I have met and really truly listened to has shown what it means to have grit and passion. All of you have the potential for success. It just takes these 3 steps. I hope that being a chieftain has helped you as it has me. It's been an honor to represent the class of 2019. So thank you, parents, friends, and our faculty, for your everlasting support. Thank you.